Hi guys, welcome to my channel. As I promised, I am sharing with you guys how I am going to be working with our programs and curriculum, our schedule. And I shared with you guys in the previous video that we were going to start with the new curriculum, and this is the good and the beautiful. I expressed the reasons for this change in those previous videos, so I will not go through that in this video. So I would like just to share with you guys how I decide to plan our homeschool year. I usually plan everything in this notebook at the beginning of everything when I don't have anything clear in my mind. Prior, I pass everything in clean to what is our planner. And talking about planner, I have something else that I would like to share eventually. But in this video, I want to share with you guys how I just arrange the subjects in order for us to be able to work with them. Will this be the final adjustment that I have to do here in our homeschool? Probably not, but hopefully this is going to be working for us. So for the beginning of those for the beginning weeks after our holidays, Christmas holidays, I will be trying this new schedule, this new form of us doing homeschool. I decide to make notes in here exactly of what I was wanted. And when it comes to the fact that I am trying to troubleshoot our homeschool, so I was trying to make it as clear as I could in here prior to just add anything in my planner, which I haven't add anything yet for that same reason, because I am going to just try first and see how will that come up. And sorry that I am looking back and forth and down in here, because I am looking to where I need to be in here when it comes to the subjects that I want to change. So if you notice, I have papers in here that I just decide to make notes really quick once those thoughts were in my mind, and then I adjust little by little inside the notebook. So I have in here kind of like a roundup of how many subjects and how many hours per week I was going to be spending for each day, and it's around 3 to 3.5 hours for each day, and that's how I plan to spend for each day, no more than 3.5 hours, 4 hours, maybe 5 with an hour of break. Because the problem is the schedule that I have for my work. That's what is making me just doing these changes. I feel like he's not retaining information because we're doing so many things. We have all the subjects separate, and I think that is not helping us very well, because the way that my schedule work for my work is not your normal schedule. It's not the normal schedule that you will find at a job. So that's what I am looking to work with. So right now I start with these. My first plan, and I don't know if you can see it because it's in pencil. So my first plan was that I was going to try to use Christian Light Education, because that's a program that I purchased a while ago and that we were using it during the summer. The problem is that he's not that much on the like of fluff things when it comes to math and other subjects, but when it comes to language arts, he does appreciate the activities that are in the Good and the Beautiful Language Art program. He appreciates as well the fact that it's colorful. It just has a variety, so it's not concentrated in one particular subject. So he appreciates all of that, and it helps him to retain the information because he's paying attention, he's focusing on what he's doing because he likes all of that. Now, when it comes to math, he likes simplicity when it comes to math. Not so much fluff, no, not colorful. He doesn't mind, which is the reason why we do Math You See. And still, I was wanted to add Apologia's math. I have a video explaining that already, so I will not go through that in this video. But reason why I decide to add Apologia is the fact that it has a lot of activities, but that's not the only reason, so I suggest you to go and watch the previous videos. Anyway, when it comes to the Good and the Beautiful, he does enjoy the activities and the extra readers and stuff that comes with the Good and the Beautiful. We did the Good and the Beautiful previously, and we stopped because we were doing as well All About Reading, which is pretty teacher intense. And the Good and the Beautiful, in those previous levels and previous editions of the Good and the Beautiful, it was pretty intense, teacher intense. So that is one of the reasons why I stopped as well the Good and the Beautiful previously. Even though we were working with them at the beginning with the All About Reading, I was working with the Good and the Beautiful with All About Reading at the beginning when we start our homeschool. But I decided to stop because I thought it was going to be too much. Anyways, so I was planning on trying to see if Christian Light education was going to work for him and see if he was going to enjoy the fact that he was going to be able to do Christian Light education, and that we were going to stop then IEW, which is a program that is working for him. It's just that with my schedule, I don't have the time to give him feedback immediately after he has done with his work, which is something I really dislike. But he didn't like to work with Christian Light for this homeschool year. He is able to use it during the summer, but he didn't want it to use it completely for the rest of the homeschool year that we have. So I decided to go with the Good and the Beautiful. When I asked him, he really wants to use the Good and the Beautiful. He really enjoys it. I choose a lower level for a reason that I am not going to go through this again in here, so you have to watch the previous video. But in here is the schedule. So this is how it will go. Hopefully you guys can see after I pass it in clean. So he will have on Mondays through Fridays. Those are subjects that I don't want to be playing around with them so much. He will be doing them every day. So that will be Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, math, and financial literacy. Okay, so he will be doing Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, math, and Math You See, financial literacy. Financial literacy he will be doing on Mondays specifically, okay? So that will be just for Monday, the financial literacy, but the Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, and math will be happening every day. So you will see that Monday all the way through Friday. Then you have on Tuesdays, you have Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, math. The math I will be switching around when it comes to in between Math You See and Apologia's math, because I would like to start with Apologia's math already, because it will give him it will have him exposed to concepts that he hasn't been exposed with Math You See. So Apologia's math is another type of math that it goes mastery base as well, but it's more on the spiral when you compare it to Math You See, and that is the reason why I am going to add Apologia's math to what we're doing right now for math. Okay, so it will be a switch in between Math You See and Apologia's math. So Monday he will have Math You See, Tuesdays Apologia's math, Wednesdays Math You See, and then you have Thursday will be Apologia's math, and Friday he will have Math You See again. So he will be doing 3 times Math You See, which is the primary math that we have, correct? And then he will be doing Apologia's math 2 times a week. Then you have for Wednesdays is a Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, math, BGU reading, and we're going to be switching. So he will have 1 week to do BJU reading, and then he will have another week to do fixed grammar. So it will be fixed grammar and BJU one time a week during the Wednesday, but I will be switching them, almost like looping them around, okay? And then you have on Wednesdays as well as Spanish and science. Then I have Thursday Bible, the Good and the Beautiful. Math will be Apologia, which I expressed that already. History, Spanish, okay? And then you have Friday Bible, the Good and the Beautiful. Math, science. And after we complete the core subjects, then we will dedicate to do one of the interests that he has. So he has art as well, architecture, and his manga book that we haven't been able to work with them very well because we have been working with the core subjects, all of them separate, correct? So hopefully this will help us to just concentrate a little bit more to his interests. And that's what I want to do as well with the fact that I select the Good and the Beautiful, to kind of like just combine all the language art together to see if we have more availability to do the things that he enjoys doing. That's what I am trying to do as well, because it facilitates for me to be able to pay attention to the things that I need to pay attention when it comes to helping him with his work. So the next one that I would like to show you that is in here is how I want these subjects to focus on these subjects. So I have reading. With reading, I am trying to focus in his fluency because I feel that's where he needs more help. He's been working with fixed grammar, which he's been really good at grammar, and we are about to finish fixed grammar. He just have to finish what we are working right now with fixed grammar, and then he will have a Frog Prince, and that will be the last for fixed grammar. Then he's using as well BJU for comprehension. He's been working very well with that. I just wish that I can just keep on working with that, with his comprehension. And as well, I would like to work with his writing. I know that the Good and the Beautiful has some writing. He's been working very well with IEW. So hopefully, whatever we have learned with IEW, we can transfer to what he has to be doing with the Good and the Beautiful. And eventually, we're going to come back to IEW. It's just, as of right now, he will be doing writing with the Good and the Beautiful, just to minimize the work that we are doing right now when it comes to the core subjects. As well, we have a spelling. So I would like to concentrate with the spellings on the words that are not being mastered. He finished already a level of a spelling, which we are using traditional spelling. The Good and the Beautiful has a spelling. I still would like to do a spelling separate and continue with the traditional spelling. So he will be doing a spelling just once a week, and that will be Tuesdays that he will be doing the spelling. And when I add a spelling in here, I am talking and referring to traditional spelling, which is a program that we've been doing for spelling. Not because I feel like the Good and the Beautiful is lacking on that, because we haven't even started with the Good and the Beautiful yet. So I am not sure how the spelling is going to work with the Good and the Beautiful. But so far, with traditional spelling is working very well for us. I would like to continue with that and continue with the Good and the Beautiful. So obviously, I will be working with traditional spelling less times because the Good and the Beautiful already incorporates spelling, Then with science, I would like to focus on the retention of information, and we are working with Apologia Science. That science is working very well for us. It's just, it obviously includes a lot of information that we enjoy as well. We like to do the activities, so that is something that I have to work with that. History, I am looking to work on his retention of the information, maybe just doing some more narration. As well, I would like to obviously add architecture because he has an interest on architecture, and I would just like to provide more information as well, the ability and the time for him to be able to work on that. So that is something that is in there for me as for me to be able to focus that I made noting here on my notebook. Hopefully you can see that. Then when it comes to vocabulary, I would like to keep growing in this area. He's been working with Fixed Grammar, which includes vocabulary, and he's been working with IW, which includes vocabulary. But since we are going to be stopping IW and we're not going to be doing now Fixed Grammar continuously as we were doing before, I'm not sure if the Good and the Beautiful is as good as that when it comes to vocabulary, because we haven't tried it yet. So I would like to, as much as I can, continue growing in the area of vocabulary. Maybe I will just add something, or I will look for words in his new language arts program that will serve us to be able to just keep practicing and growing with vocabulary. Now, when it comes to Matthew C, I would like to see, and these are part of my goals, so I will give you some of my goals in here that I have for this year and the ones that are gonna come for the entire year when it comes to homeschool, home, and my entire list of goals. But so far for homeschooling, in which I am trying to do now, which is troubleshooting our homeschool, I pretend for him to be on a halfway of Matthew C Delta, which is division, and halfway of apologias. I might have to see how that is going to be working, because he's still finishing Gamma. He's on the last lessons of Gamma, so I am not that worried about that, but I would like to be halfway on the Delta, which is division, when it comes to us finishing this year, and to be able to start as soon as I can with our next level for Matthew C. Then we have a language arts. I would like to be halfway at least by the end of this year, and see if during the summer we can complete this level, so we are able to start as fast as we can with the next level. I am trying to go always at his own pace, but obviously I have to set some goals as well for us to be able to know where we're going to be at the end of the year. Then you have science. I would like to have it done by the end of the year. Let's see how is that going to be working, because we tend to try to like to do the activities, or at least I like to do the activities with him. And lately that is something that, because of my schedule, I haven't been able to do, and we haven't been able to work with science with a lot of consistency as I would like to be working with science. When it comes to spelling, I would like to finish what we have for spelling, and we are doing traditional spelling. What we are doing the supplemental worksheet book and the practice sheet book as a review, and to be able to see if he mastered completely those words. If not, whatever he hasn't mastered, I will just continue going with it towards the next level. As well, I would like to start with the next level of traditional spelling, and that is something that obviously is not going to go as fast now, because we're doing the Good and the Beautiful and it has a spelling included. Now, my focus for this year will be probably retention of the information, and working a little bit with math when it comes to the word problems, as well as his fluency and vocabulary. We are doing as well fine motor skills because of the way that he's grabbing the pencil. I would like to take care of that, so that will be included in there. So subjects that we are going to be looping are going to be the art subjects or interest subjects, which will be master books, chibis, architecture. At some point I would like to add as well his Japanese, that he is wanted to be working with that a little bit better, and I would like to be adding that to what we have for electives or interests subjects. Okay, now what I am expecting to spend every week, actually every day, for hours that we're going to spend on the subjects, meaning Bible, the Good and the Beautiful, math. So we know that the Good and the Beautiful lasts 45 minutes a lesson. That's usually what it takes for a language unit or lesson of The Good and the Beautiful, so 45 minutes, and 45 minutes for Matthew C. Financial literacy usually takes 15 minutes to 20 minutes, even less than that. And I know the Bible takes around 20 minutes to 30 minutes, depends on the lesson. He's doing as well How You Are Changing for Boys, which takes around 10 minutes. So I am rounding that time, and I think he will be taking for Mondays 3 hours, and that's including a 30 minutes break. So that just gives you an idea. Then when it comes to Tuesdays, he will be spending 4 hours, and that's just including 1 hour of break that he will have. For Wednesdays, he will be spending 4 hours, and then that will include 1 hour of break. Thursdays, 4 hours as well. And the day that he will take a little bit longer will be Fridays, which is 5 hours, but it's because I am including 1 hour of break. And because we have history and science, which takes a little bit longer. History is another program that I would like to be finishing this year, and hopefully I am going to be able to do that, and we are going to be able to complete that. How I decide to see how much it was going to take us each subject per week is because I just open the programs, and obviously each program comes with instructions, and it gives you kind of like around how much time each lesson is going to be lasting. And that's what I did. Obviously each lesson on The Good and the Beautiful is not going to take 45 minutes, but just to have an idea, I just add those 45 minutes in there, and I calculate the time, and that's how I come up with the amount of times that we were going to be taking for each subject each day. And that just gives me an idea on how much we're going to be able to have available after we finish the core subjects to take care of those interest subjects. So that's how it's going to be for now on. I divide everything just to make sure that I have everything clear in my mind. And after this, I will be able to just add it to my planner. So that's something that I will share with you guys eventually. But just to give you an overall idea on how I am doing things to be able to troubleshoot our homeschool and see how we can work better with the subjects and how we can work better with the time, so we have time to do the things that we enjoy and like. So hopefully this video is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Leave me some thumbs up, some comments, and I will see you then. Bye bye.